You're welcome to my channel. We are going to be looking at the authority of the agent. So the authority of an agent refers to their capacity to enter into transactions and bind the principal. So it means that when an agent has the authority, they can make transactions or they can make contracts on behalf of the principal, and the principal can either sue or be sued in case of anything. So an agent can only bind the principal if they act within the scope of their given authority. Remember, we have different authorities, so they are supposed to act within their boundaries. If they go beyond that, then the principal is not liable for anything that happens. So we have key provisions of the Contracts Act, whereby we have section 121 subsection 1, which says that an agent authorized to perform a particular act has the authority to do anything necessary to carry out that act as long as it is lawful. So if an agent is authorized to sell a house, they have the authority to do anything to sell that house as long as it's within the law. Then section 123 subsection 2 says that an agent, section 123 subsection 2 says that an agent with the authority to carry out a business has the authority to perform actions necessary for conducting the business or commonly done in the course of business. So they can do anything that is done in the course of business. So we have the types of authority. The first one we have is the express authority, also known as the actual authority. So this authority is explicitly granted either orally or in writing. Anything that is express is anything that is made clear, like it is either said out or it is written. So this authority is given either by word of mouth or in writing. So if it is written, it may be a document like the power of attorney. So it is explicitly outlined at the time of the agent's appointment. It can be either verbally or in the document appointing the agent. That is the express or actual authority. An example of the express authority or actual authority is when Jane hires David as her lawyer to handle a property sale. So she signs a power of attorney authorizing David to negotiate and sign the contract on her behalf. So that is express authority. So that document, the power of attorney, authorizes David to sign contracts on Jane's behalf. Then we have the implied authority. So for this one, anything that is implied, it's something that is not stated or said. It is just by the conduct. So implied, this refers to authority implied from the agent's express authority. So it includes what is necessary for the agent to fulfill their duties. For example, if a husband allows his wife to manage the household, she may impliedly authorize to pledge his credit for necessary household expenses. So for implied authority, someone acts without exactly stating or granting them the authority, either by word of mouth or in writing. For example, Mike is hired as a manager of a restaurant, but then in the contract they don't state it that he's supposed to be ordering food supplies or hires the waitresses and the waiters, but then it is supposed to be part of his duty as a manager of a restaurant. So that is like implied authority. They don't have to say it, but you know that you have to do it. That is implied authority. Then the third one we have is usual authority. So this refers to the authority typically granted within a specific profession, business, or trade. So here, an agent's authority is based on the general practices within the profession or business, unless they are restricted by the principal's instructions. So for the usual authority, an example can be an accountant in a company is generally expected to prepare financial reports and file tax returns. So unless the company tells someone else to do it, the accountant is assumed to have the authority to perform these duties. So they are usual, they are part of your work. Yes, so they are typically granted within a specific profession, business, or trade. Yeah. Then the fourth one we have is the apparent authority. So apparent or unstainable authority. So for this one, arises when an agent appears to have authority even if they do not possess it. So it often arises from a representation made by the principal. So here, the agent appears to have authority even if they don't have it. An example can be a sales representative at a car dealership that discusses prices and offers discounts to customers. So even if the owner of the dealership has not authorized the discounts, customers may assume that the representative has the authority to make such offers because of their role. So that is what we call apparent authority. It arises when an agent appears to have the authority, but they don't actually possess it. Yeah, so those are the four types of authority, whereby we have the express authority, the implied authority, the usual authority, and then the apparent authority. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Let's catch up in my next video.